First up, for our Dell XPS 13 gaming video, we've got Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2 scales nicely, so it runs on lower end hardware pretty well. And you can see our advanced settings here. Now we're running at 1366 by 768, which is full native resolution, and that's on the basic display settings. And you can see what else we've got set up here. Our shader detail is low, our effect detail is medium, model detail, texture detail is high, and page pull is high as well. So pretty decent settings, and you'll see that we get some pretty nice FIPS out of this. It's very playable. And now we're ready for a little action here. And even at full native resolution, when we get busier, we sometimes drop down into the 30s, but we're often in the 40s and 50s for frame rate, so it's certainly smooth and playable enough.
Got some chest battles. Man, I hope you guys like New Orleans, because that's where we're headed if we want to live.
And here we got a whole room full of uglies to shoot at, and we sometimes are dropping down to the mid-20s here at this point. Again, you could lower the resolution a little bit if that bothers you. I'd go down to, say, maybe 1280 by 700 or so. But really, very playable.
Everybody grab a weapon. That can't be a bottle of puke, is it?
Speakers on this are really nice. Sounds great for gaming. Screen is nice and sharp, colorful too.
Adrenaline shot here. Grabbing a shot.
So that's Left 4 Dead 2 on the Dell XPS 13. And we go with a little bit of a bang. Next up, we've got Mass Effect 2. In honor of Mass Effect 3 coming out soon, I certainly won't promise that this machine's going to play Mass Effect 3, but who knows. Anyway, you can see our settings here. Right now we're playing again at native resolution, 1366 by 768 full screen. And we have pretty much all the effects turned off. High quality bloom, dynamics, lighting, environment, shadows, film grain, all that kind of thing. And we're going to need to keep those off, but we'll see how it plays at native resolution with those effects off. And here we are in Mass Effect 2. Several missions into the game.
Alert. This facility has little aerogravity. Get require ladder.
So here we are in a fight. You can see the frames drop down to around 18 or 20 sometimes. Otherwise they're 25 to as high as 40. And we're running at 1366 by 768 resolution. So as always, drop down that resolution if you want better frame rates. The game is still pretty playable though, I have to say, even with the frame drops.
The crew is software. They are communing through the station's central computer.
And now, having just had our little firefight, you can see we're just wandering around the environment, which you do spend plenty of time doing in this game. And frame rate goes between mid-20s to about 30 sometimes. Again, it's playable, but you might want to drop that resolution from the maximum that we've got it set to right now. Looks pretty good to me, though, honestly. So that's Mass Effect 2 running on the Dell XPS 13 Ultrabook. And lastly, we're taking a look at Crisis 2. Call us masochists because this is really not something that you should be playing on Ultrabook, but we are doing it, and we've got all of our effects on high, which translated into normal speak in Crisis 2 actually means your lowest possible settings. There you go. And our display resolution is set to 1024 by 768. So we're going to have black bars on the sides, but honestly, if you increase the resolution even further, it's really not playable. You're talking about FIPS in the teens to 20s, just doesn't look very good. So we're going to play through and see how it does. So here we are again. We're kind of a bit into the game right here. And we're rocking at about 15, 17 pips right now. Busy scene. So it's kind of demanding. Bad guys up there. But again, our action is taking place mostly in the range of 16, 17 pips right now. So yes, you can do it, but you might even have to drop it down to 800 by 600 to really get some good frame rates. It's sort of playable though, it's not bad on the road, but I would really suggest a different notebook for the job of Crisis 2. Now we've dropped our resolution down to 800 by 600, which is kind of a bizarro aspect ratio for this widescreen display. Not very visually appealing, but as you can see, actually the pips are not increasing all that much. We have a pretty busy firefight going on right now. We've got about 15, 16 pips. So get yourself a Dell XPS 15 or 15Z maybe for this game.